adding this one detail adds so much flair to your card, and it is easy. Hello everyone and welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. I'm Julie Baca. I'm so glad that you're here. Today I'm going to be showing you just an easy card making idea, and you can use this idea with any supplies that you have at home. I will give you the measurements. They're on my website, so there's a link in the description of this video that you can click and take you right over there. You'll be able to see additional photos, get all of the measurements, and I list a full list of supplies that I use. In case you want your cards to look like mine, you can purchase those supplies. But let's get started. To get started, you're going to want to pick some beautiful double-sided paper. This is going to determine the colors that you're going to use in your cardstock. This is Stampin' Up's Forever Love, and I think it is so elegant and beautiful. It's got this gold foil to it, which is perfect for fancy cards, for a wedding or Mother's Day or a special happy birthday. Now you're going to choose your favorite piece, and if your double-sided paper is 6x6 already, that is great. Now you can cut it just with the dimensions that I have here, but I just want to help you out because I am intimidated cutting into these big pieces of paper. So I want to just kind of show you how I do it. I'm going to cut this in half long ways, save this for another card, and then I'm going to rotate it and cut it down to 6x6. That's just easier for me to handle. And so for this card, you just need a piece about this big, but I'm going to show you how to cut it so that you can make another card of a different kind and then a little strip to decorate your envelope. So if your paper has a direction, you're going to want to turn it so it is running horizontally before you make that first cut at 5 1/4. This is my print and make project sheet. It is for my email subscribers. I email this out on Friday morning, so make sure to grab yours. And if you aren't on my list, there's a link in the description to get on my email list. Now you're going to rotate this back so your direction is going this way and cut it down to 4. Now this piece is, I'm going to show you how to make another card with this piece, and then this is what we need for our card, and then this piece we're going to use to decorate the envelope just with a little strip of beautifulness. So for all the words on this card, I used perennial postage. I just love the print and the cursive that go together with this, and it has some beautiful sayings in it too. It comes as a bundle if you want. You can buy it separately, or as a bundle you get 10% off. And these are fantastic. All these rectangles that kind of have that postage edge to them. Now, over on my website and on my project sheet, I'll just give you the measurements for these. In case you don't have the die set, I'll give you the measurements so you can just cut those out with your paper trimmer instead. It won't have that decorative edge, but it'll still look great. So just for simplicity, I just used this one on all the cards that I made, but you can choose any of these rectangles to fit the words that you're going to use. I'm also going to use this one because I'm going to actually cut out the inside of the card just to make it a little more fancy. So now you're going to decide what color of paper you want to be for your main greeting. And then I'm going to use gold foil because I'm just picking a color out of my designer series paper. So pick whatever you have, whatever color you have in your designer series paper that you want to use. Mine's gold foil, and it's going to be fancy. And we're going to double this up and cut it all at once. It's just such a great time-saving tip. But one thing you want to do if you're going to cut it all at one time, make sure these two pieces are the same. When I had one that was a little bigger than the other, I ended up not like the die didn't cut the bottom of one because it was the wrong size. And that was just my error. This just seems to be more simple to me. Cut them the same size. And now for the inside of the card, you can just do 5 1/4 by 4, but I am going to cut this out with this fancy die. You hear all that crackling and popping? That is normal for your die machine. Now you'll notice that this just easily cut through to create 2 pieces with 1 pass through the die machine. I love those kind of time-saving tips. All rats, I wanted to show you guys what this little thing does. And when you go to cut this, you can do this all in 1 pass where you can cut this out and put this little emblem here at the same time. But I just forgot. So you can see this just leaves just a little bit of indentation that makes it kind of look old and postagey. So now you can stamp these just with black ink or pick any ink out of your designer series paper that you want. But to be fancy, I am going to heat emboss mine in gold. So let's do that. So to heat emboss, you're going to take your embossing buddy that just kind of gets any static and fingerprints off of there. I like to pounce it out to get any of that cornstarch or whatever is in there just off of that paper. And then you're going to use your Versamark ink. This is just a sticky watermark. And then you're going to just line it up on your cardstock where you want it. You can see, because this is dark cardstock, you can see it. And then quickly put your embossing powder on top of it. It's going to stick to that sticky ink. And now at this point, you want to be very careful because that is not solidified on there. So I'm going to just set this aside while I take care of this here before this goes blowing all over the place. And then I just take the rest of these little tiny pieces and brush them off in the trash. Now we're going to do the same thing to the inside of the card. I just wanted to put gold on the inside. I thought that would look so gorgeous and kind of unexpected, which is kind of what you always want to do when you're making a card. Like, make them be like, wow. So you can see that that Versamark ink did not show up on this light vanilla, very vanilla, but once you put the powder on, it does. So now before I put heat on these, I'm gonna clean these off just so I don't forget, because you can't see that there's any ink on them. And so I just clean these off, and then I'll turn on my heat gun. Now the heat gun or heat tool, I find it best if you kind of preheat this thing before you put it on your paper. That's just how I do it. Now, once you turn it on, you kind of want to move it around. Don't keep it in one spot. And as soon as you see that those beads solidify and turn shiny, move to the next part. You don't want to overheat that part because then it will flatten. You can see as soon as it started to get shiny, turn it off. Oh, I actually could hit that at the bottom there a little bit more. Can you see how that's kind of raised up and just super gorgeous? So now grab your card base and fold it in half. And grab the piece of paper that we cut. And now you got to decide which side do you want to be up and which side do you want to be down. But you're going to see all of it. So once you decide, you can just fold down a corner. And you want to fold down the corner not too much, because this piece is going to go under here. And because I love to save paper, I'm cutting this in half, because if I were to put this under here, look, all this that's under here is going to be wasted when I can cut this in half and use it for 2 cards. So because this is going to go like this, we want to see this corner the most. We want to cut it in half like that. And so you can do that with scissors, but I love to use my paper trimmer for these things. And now we can put this on here, and we can use this to make another card exactly like this, or a different one, which I'll show you at the end. Now, before we go gluing this all in place, we are going to put some ribbon on here. And you just kind of want to eyeball where you want that, kind of like, okay, this is where my greeting is going to go. So that's where my ribbon needs to be. And just cut it. You can leave it there and grab yourself 2 pieces of tape. And I just put the tape on the ends like so. Hold it in the front. Well, that didn't work. It stuck to my desk. Hold it in the front and kind of wrap it around. Grab the tape off of your desk. Holy cow. All right, we're going to do this again. Oh my goodness. No, don't stick to my paper. Okay, there we go. I only have these troubles when you guys are watching me. I think I get nervous. That's definitely what it is. Okay, now we're gonna wrap it around the front, make sure it's straight, and stick it on the back. Is that straight? That's straight. All right, I mean, this is it. This card is so easy. And if you don't do the heat embossing, it would be really quick and easy. So just glue that in the corner of your card, you know, making sure it's got the equidistant there. And now we'll put glue here. So now just line this up on your paper, making sure to cover up the edges of that half piece. And now to get it to lay down flat, you can use your bone folder to just kind of smooth it all out like that. And now while we have the glue out, go ahead and grab the inside layer of your card. We'll put some along the edges here so those lay down flat. And look how pretty this looks on the inside. Man, that would look beautiful just on the front of a card, just plain with that gold embossing. I don't know if that comes through on the camera, how pretty that is, but man, this is so gorgeous. Okay, then the last thing we're gonna do is put a Stampin' Dimensional right there. So when you fold this over, it pops up a little bit and creates a little bit of a shadow there. And doesn't that gold paper look amazing? And then take the back of your greeting and wow, the back came off of that one. And then just put that right on the front of your card. Is that not so gorgeous? And now we're gonna put this little strip just on the edge of the envelope, and I'm gonna just put glue along the edge, up those rounded corners and over. Not very far because we don't want the glue to not be where the paper is gonna cover it up. And just go right over it like this. And then squish this around. Ruh-roh, I did not put enough glue. Do you see how it's going up? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, am I gonna save this? I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna put glue along the corner here. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. And then we'll put it along this edge of the paper. That is how you do that. Okay. Perfect. Now flip it and trim it. Isn't that beautiful? It just gives a little edge and gorgeous set. You could obviously cut a whole piece to cover this, but I like the little flap. Okay, remember we have this piece left over. I'm going to show you how to make another card. So you're going to turn this over and put a glue dot on this end and on this end. And then you're going to lay your ribbon. This is that gorgeous gold and vanilla ribbon, and we're going to lay it right along the edge and tack it down to the glue dot on the other end. I just found that to be so easy to do that. Did I not put a glue dot? Where did that glue dot go? There we go. Now there's a glue dot there. They're invisible. There, that just makes it super easy. And now, remember, we have this other golden triangle, and we're just going to glue this together. Now, just pick a color of greeting. These are all the colors in this designer series paper, and I just wanted to show you what the gold looks on them, just so when you're designing your cards, you can see which one. I'm going to use this one. And then just pop that right in the middle of your card with that golden shining through on there. And then I wanted to show you how cool this looks to have the Very Vanilla on top of the Very Vanilla. I feel like that looks so elegant. So here's some other cards using that same pack of designer series paper, just folding this down to see the double side of it and then having something pretty poking out here. I hope you give this idea a try. I put out a new video every Thursday, so I'll see you next week. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. You can also click the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified the next time one of my videos comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a sunny day.